If you want to go and build a website using SiteGround, you came to the right place. In this tutorial, I'm gonna go step by step. We're gonna go together from complete blank Google page to end result looking something like this. Everything step by step. I'm gonna teach you how to correctly set up your SiteGround account and also WordPress account so that you have no problems driving traffic from the day one. Now, learning this skill can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and you can learn very valuable skill along the way. So this is definitely worth your time. Now, I can guarantee you that after watching this tutorial and following me step by step, you will be also able to go and end up with a website looking like this. Even though you don't have a lot of money nor coding experience, we are actually not gonna need any of those. We only need two things when it comes to creating website. First one is web hosting and the second one is the domain. Now, do you know the old saying in real estate that everything is about the location, location, location? Well, when it comes to building website, everything is about web hosting, web hosting, web hosting. So what does it actually is? Well, web hosting is a super powerful computer that is specializing in this specific way. They are storing all the data of your website, like your images, text, the videos, button links and stuff like that, and they will store it securely and provide it to everyone on the internet 24/7. So everybody who wants to go to your website will be downloading those information from those specific computers. Now, there is actually no way around it. Every single website, if they want to be published online and accessible online, needs to be on some kind of web hosting server. Now, the only question is, how do you go and choose the best one? Well, WordPress itself recommends free web hosting companies. And as you can see, I made videos about every single one of them. And from those tests, SiteGround is by far the best option for you. They will provide you the most features and the best service for your buck. So I would highly recommend go with that. And the second thing we're gonna need to create our website is also the domain. This is basically the name of your website. There is nothing that's special to it. It's basically for Apple, it's apple.com. There's the domain. So basically you are looking for something very memorable people can go, remember, and find you on the internet. Now in this tutorial we are going to be using something called WordPress. What it actually is? Well, do you know how every single website needs to be programmed? Well, we're going to skip this step because what WordPress allows us to do is create a website in more a visual way. So you can see it in this example. In order to program, for example, link inside your text, you need to go and write this. But inside WordPress, we can simply go, click on a few buttons, and it will automatically write it for us. So we are not sacrificing anything when we create our website using WordPress. Actually, over 1/3 of all websites on the internet are created with WordPress. And there's a very good reason for it, because it's actually open source. So you don't have to pay nothing for it, and you will never need to pay anything for it. Now be careful, this is only for WordPress.org, which we are going to be using today. There's also paid version, WordPress.com, and many people mistake those, so definitely don't make this mistake. We are going to go with free version because they will allow you to do everything you need to do. So let's take a look at it. This is our blank Google page. This is everything we're gonna need. Now, first thing we want to go and do is go to the same page. So we all want to go to lukanos.com/SiteGround. On simply, you can go and click the link in the description. Now, it should automatically redirect you about this site. Now, good thing about using my link is that, as you can see, it will automatically find every single discount that is currently available. Now, we actually want to go inside here and check up hosting. Now, we have many options. Now, even though I said we're going to go and create a WordPress website, many people make this mistake and go for WordPress hosting. You do not want to do it. You want to go for web hosting. Definitely go for web hosting. So I'm going to go and click on it. As you can see inside here, it brought us in here, or you can simply go and scroll down. Now we have few options in here. As you can see, we have Starter Up, Grow Big, and Go Geek. Now, even though they are recommending you to go with Grow Big, I actually think it's the not the best option for you. I would highly suggest you to go with Start Up, because what it allows you to do, yes, it will only allow you to create one website, but I think that many of you want to create only one website, your website, and they will give you 10 GB of web storage, which is more than enough. And it will support you over 10,000 visitors a month. Now, in my experience, it can definitely support even 20,000 without a problem, and other additional features are basically identical. So these are only big differences, and you don't need that much web space from beginning, and if you're creating only one website, you definitely want to go with this plan. So you can see for the first year you will be saving up to 80% of the value. So you are not paying $13 but $2.49, which is basically nowadays what? Price of 1 cup of coffee a month in a coffee shop. It's definitely not worth it to go and save 15 cents inside here. So we're gonna go and get plan. Now inside here, we're gonna go and register our domain. If you're creating this for someone else and they already have domain, click on this I already have a domain and just put it inside there. But I'm gonna assume you don't have domain yet, so we're gonna go and put up something interesting in here. Now there can happen two things. First is obviously this. I'm gonna go and hit proceed and you can see Lucanos is already my website. I already own it. So you cannot have something that somebody else already owns and is using. There can be only one registered domain available. So you need to go and find something different or change top level domain. Those are your .com, .org, .net, or even if you live in a specific country, let's say UK, you want to go for something, let's say like .co.uk if you want to have audience from that country. But if your audience is mainly from the US or English speaking countries overall, definitely go with .com and just find something creative you know that's gonna be available. So if it's available, it will take you to the step 3 when you're gonna need to create your account. Here you're gonna go put up your password and email address. This is something you're gonna be logging into your SiteGround account. Here is your information. Now this is also very important. I don't know why, but some people for some reason are putting their fake names, fake addresses, fake phone numbers, and you definitely don't want to do this. Because whenever you are registering, for example, your domain, you are going to be registered as an owner, and you definitely want to go and be registered under your own information. So when there is some dispute, for example, like legal one, you want to go and be legal owner of this website. And when you go and provide fake name, it actually may cause you more trouble. So definitely go and put up your real information inside here. Now obviously in here you're gonna go and put your payment information. And here you can actually change up settings. So we have set it up startup hosting plan, but you can go and change it in here. We are still going to startup, and here you can go and choose a data center location. Now one of the best part about SiteGround is that they are using Google Cloud infrastructure. So they are basically using Google's web servers, which are very, very powerful. So we are definitely going to take advantage of it. Now, because our audience is going to be predominantly from the US, you want to go and select US Iowa. And here you can see, for example, different periods, but 12 months, at least in this case, is the best price by far. So we're going to go with that. Now here you have some upsells. Obviously domain registration, we already purchased that. And here is domain privacy, or other known as Whois privacy. I would highly suggest you to go with it, because what it actually does, as you can see, those information you're gonna put up here, they are gonna be public knowledge. They're gonna be available to everyone who search for them, because it has to be registered who is rightful owner of which website, and many people can go find your real name, where you live, what's your phone number, what's your street address, and they can start sending you weird stuff. You definitely don't want to do it. So that's why I personally always go this. And what it does is basically they take your real information and they will hide it under SiteGround's information. So in the legal eyes, everything you are still owner under your information, but to public, it's hidden under SiteGround's information. So definitely go with that. Site scanner, you don't actually need that. So here you can go read their terms of services and privacy policy, and if you agree, click agree. And here you want to go, if you want to receive some information, we don't. So here you're gonna go and pay now. Now, because I already have my account, I'm simply gonna go and log in into my account. And after successfully signing up, you should be seeing something like this. Now, obviously there can be different promotion going on, but this doesn't matter. Now, this is a home page. If you have some news inside here, you can read their blog, but let's go to the important stuff. You wanna go to website inside here. And here you're gonna see your domain, for example. And I even host my website on SiteGround as well. Inside here, you're gonna see two different stuff. You're gonna have your WordPress admin and also site tool. Now I want to go and take you to site tools for a second. Many people who are beginners don't know it, but this is basically interface you are gonna be communicating with the web server itself. So for example, when you have on your computer, let's say Windows, you are communicating with computer via the Windows. But in this case, we're gonna go with site tools. Now this is something SiteGround created by themselves. Other web hosting providers, for example Bluehost, they have something called cPanel, but it's a third company that's creating it, and they're actually charging still a lot more money, and Bluehost have to go and adjust their prices, so they're always raising their money because of this as well. So this is something I really like about SiteGround, because they are really creating their own infrastructure, so they are not relying that much on third-party providers like, for example, Bluehost is. And here you have all the good stuff. For example, many of you may be interested in this. Let's go to email accounts. And you know how you have your email like something@gmail.com. Well, you are currently a domain name owner. So you can actually go and create, for example, support@, and because you own the domain, and you can have support@lucanos.com. So basically your domain. Now this looks way more professional, and you will be looking way better than your competition. Here you want to go and check up your password, and you can easily create it, but we don't actually need to worry about it right now. Now let's take an actual look at our website. Whenever you want to go and access your account, you want to go here and click on WordPress admin. Now I've actually created a subdomain, which is additional site, to show you completely everything from get-go. So you will probably see some message like this: welcome to your WordPress site, and they will try to go with start now and give you different stuff. You don't actually need it, just hit exit. We can do everything by ourselves, we don't need this help, it doesn't even help us that much. So here is something you should see. Now currently, congratulations, you have actually created your website, even if it doesn't look like this. Now this is only your view of WordPress. Your visitors will not be allowed to see this ever. So only you have access to this, remember it, okay? Now let me actually go and walk you step by step, because I know this can be a little bit intimidating, but it definitely isn't, and in a few minutes you're gonna understand everything, okay? So let's start with this upper administration bar, let's call it that way. So we can see this cute house with my WordPress and visit site. Now if I click on it, it will actually show me website what visitors gonna see. So if I'm gonna go copy this and go to incognito mode and paste it inside there, we can see that as a person I will go to my website and I will see this weird bird. So this is really good. Now remember, if you just created your website now, it can take few minutes in order to go and connect your domain with your server. So give it few minutes, and don't worry, it will work, but you just sometimes really need to wait and it will work. You can wait few minutes, or in some very rare cases even hours. But if you have problems like up to 24 hours, which I personally have never seen, you definitely want to go and contact their support. Now inside here, let's continue. Here we have this. We have this bubble, and this is basically comments. If you're gonna receive comment on your website, it's gonna appear inside here. Here we have plus sign with new, and here we can go and add new blog posts. We can add media, so basically upload images or videos on our site, or create new page, for example, home page. We have, for example, blog page, contact me page, about me page, and stuff like that. And even we can go and add new user. This can be very good for people, for example, for bloggers. If you are a single blogger and you want to go and expand your team, for example, hire some writers, you can go and give them access to your website. And you can even, funnily enough, go and restrict them from few things. So they will not see everything inside here, but they will have only access to posting blog posts. So they will not see like how much traffic you get, how many money you earn by this, or nothing like that. So they will not be allowed to basically kidnap your website, okay? Here we have some SG cache, which is basically a caching system by SiteGround itself. It will allow your website to load much faster than competition, which is really good. And here you have also your account. You can see your name, you can edit your profile, for example, add picture, and you can also log out. Now, this was basic, okay? But this is really important part, this left sidebar. This is gonna be your bread and butter as a WordPress. Now, this is really important, this left sidebar. This is basically going to be your bread and butter. So let's take a look at it. Here we have our dashboard. We can see all the news. Here we can see some different stuff, August, Elementor, and stuff like that. This is basically news about WordPress itself. You can see WordPress is not static. They are always updating because, for example, if there are some security risk or if there are some new ways of hacking your website, they will try to go and combat it. And they will create new update so it's more secure every single time, which is great for us simple people. Okay, you can see that currently a version is 6.0.1. You always want to go and stay up to date with the newer version, because the lower version you have, the more susceptible you are to attacks and also having slower website. So definitely keep an eye on it, but you don't actually need to worry about it that much. You will see the red dot inside here if update is available. Here we have posts. These are going to be your blog posts. This is where you will be writing your content and publishing, okay? Now, I had one big problem. As a complete beginner, I remember I couldn't distinguish between post and pages. Well, it's very simple. Pages is actually the whole site. The best example is, for example, home page. As you can see in this example, everything is one single page. And the singular posts are what you are interacting in. So if you click on some post, it's actually going to bring you to, for example, it basically looks like Word document inside there, okay? So that's the biggest difference, but we're gonna go and work with it and you're gonna learn it in that way. Now we have media, which is basically like gallery on your phone. You're gonna see all of the videos, all of the images you have and stuff like that. Pages, as I already mentioned, those are your big pages. Most dominant is probably homepage gonna be here. Comments, obviously you're gonna be able to see comments if people are commenting on your website, for example, under blog posts. Now appearance will change overall look of your website. This is also kind of important, okay? So let's take a look at our website. We can see this bird inside here. Well, we can get rid of him pretty easily. Let's say we don't like this layout and we're gonna change it. Well, let me actually activate this 2020 theme. So now when I go back and I reload this website, you can see it looks completely different. Just with the click of one button, everything is different. We have some search bar and stuff like that. Now we're gonna go and work with this pretty early, but let's continue with our explanation. Now plugins, this is also one of the best part about WordPress. You see, WordPress is basically like your phone when you first get it. Yes, it has some functions, but the application itself is what makes your smartphone so powerful. And this is the same thing inside here. For example, WordPress at itself doesn't have a booking feature, but you can go and get a plugin that will allow you to accept the booking on your website. So this is really, really powerful, and we're going to be using plugins a lot in this video as well. Now here you can see all of your users inside here. As a person who just created your website, you're going to obviously see only yourself. Now you can still go and edit yourself. So for example, you can go get your first name, last name, update picture, biography, stuff like that. You can go and put your website inside here, or you can even go and set yourself new password. Obviously, if you are setting a new password, don't forget to hit update profile as well. Many people do, and they are just searching for answers after that. Tools, you don't need to worry about it that much, but they're gonna be kind of important. You can, for example, export parts of your website, which is a really powerful feature, but we don't need to worry about it right now. And here we have some settings. So we want to make sure we change those as a beginners. As you can see, as I go to my website, you can see that it shows actually my WordPress dash just another WordPress site. Now this looks pretty weird, right? Look at SiteGround. It's actually showing my SiteGround account. So if I have multiple tabs open, I can actually see what is what. So let's change it. So I'm gonna go and change this to Manawa Hotel, because that's what we are gonna be writing about. And here we can go and see, for example, best hotel. I'm gonna go put capital H. Here we want to go and make sure we are actually having those S's inside here. Even though we have them in here, it's good to put them also inside here. This is basically suggesting that your website is secure. You can see this lock inside here. If you don't see it, simply go inside your SiteGround account, hit website, and if you don't have it automatically inside here, it's very simple. Go inside here, it's completely for free, and click on add. And here, go and click select and activate. It's really that simple, nothing too complicated. I've already created on my previous website, so that's why you don't see it inside here, and I have it automatically. So here you can go and change your language information, your time zone, whether your week starts on Mondays, on Sundays, and stuff like that. So we can see Manual Hotel, Best Hotel, and let's save changes. Now, whenever I want to go here, I'll have to go and I have to actually go and re-log into our website. Okay, I'm back. And when I'm gonna go, you can see my WordPress, just another WordPress site. I'm gonna go reload this site and we can see it. It's that simple. Manual Hotel, Best Hotel. So let's say we don't actually want this, and I'm gonna go and hit save changes so we can see only our hotel, and it looks awesome. Okay, so now let's continue. We also want to go under permalinks and make sure you have it set it up on post name. This is actually what it will do for you. I'm gonna bring up this graphic and you can see that your URL gonna be changing significantly. If you don't have it on post name, you're gonna have this ugly URL postfix, prefix, or whatever it is called, and we want to actually go and have our post name. This is way better for users and everybody basically prefers this way. I don't even know why they have another option inside here. Also, very important part, we actually want to go inside reading and make sure this search engine visibility is not being checked, because when you're gonna go and check discourage search engine from indexing this site, you are basically telling Google, hey Google, don't even look at this website, we don't want to be on Google, so you will never be inside there, so people cannot go and find you there. So if you want to be found on Google, definitely leave this alone, okay? Don't click on it. And this should be pretty much it. So now let's actually go and change the appearance of our website because it doesn't look that good. So once again, we're gonna go with this paintbrush and click on appearance. Now here we have some pre-made options, but we're gonna go for something different. I'm gonna go and click on add new. Now we have many options. But in general, you wanna go with something that's used a lot because it's being updated and it will not slow down your website. So I'm gonna go for something called Astra and I'm gonna hit search. Now we can see it looks something like this, and I'm gonna go hit install, and I'm gonna activate it as well. It's very important to always activate something you install. And as you can see, look at this. This is our layout before installing it. I'm gonna reload this website, and this is after installing it. Now this looks much better, and we are getting really close. You're gonna be surprised how close our next step is gonna bring. Here you can see the notification window. Actually, this one inside here is actually telling us that we have to do something inside the specific window when it is. So we can see, for example, SiteGround optimizer wants to be updated because there's new version. Well, what I like to do is actually go and enable auto update so we don't have to go and update everything manually, okay? So I'm gonna go hit update now. You can see it's really that simple. It's being updated, not that hard, okay? So let's go back to plugins and here search for starter templates, okay? And here we have starter templates. Now before downloading, I want to actually show you something, how you can go and choose your own plugins. Whenever you are choosing plugin, you have to look at a few different stuff. For example, version is a good indicator of good or bad plugin. Not even good or bad, but if it's being updated or not. We want to have something that's updated a lot because they are dealing with their bugs and they're improving it still. So for example, here we can see this is the third version, 3.1.13, so it's being updated a lot, so we don't need to worry about it at all. Also, last updated, we want to make sure it's somehow recent, like 1 month, 2 month maximum, I would say. Here we can see compatible up to 6.0.1, which is the most current version, as we can see before in this video. You want to make sure that it's compatible with your version of WordPress you are using. And also here we have some PHP version, and also active installation are a very good indicator of a good plugin. You want to have as much as possible. But now let's take a look at also another way how to go and tell if it's good plugin or bad. Here we have reviews. Now 4.9, it doesn't actually tell you that much. What I like to go and check is go to one star reviews and check of the recency of those reviews. So we can see there 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. And now let's take a look at 5-star reviews. We can see 5 hours, 19 hours, 22 hours, 22, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, 2 days. It's free. So we can see that currently people have way better experience with this plugin. So we can definitely say that it works right and people don't have problem with it. Sometimes what may happen actually is that even though you're gonna see 4.9 out of 5, when you're gonna go and check 1-star reviews, they look basically like this. They're gonna be like 5 hours, 19 hours, 22 hours, 22 hours, and stuff like that. And it's basically telling you that currently this plugin doesn't work and you should probably stay away from it if you can. But this is definitely not the problem. We can definitely say this is a good plugin, and we're gonna go and hit install now. We're gonna go and hit install now. It's gonna start installing, and once again, we need to go and activate it. Now, if you misclick, you simply can come back inside here, and you're gonna be seeing that this is not in the, it doesn't have the blue overlap. Now you can see if it's not activated, it doesn't have the blue color behind it. So simply come inside here and click on activate. It's really that simple. I'm gonna go, we can see it currently is blue, so that's great. We can also go and enable auto updates. And here you can see when I hover over appearance, we can see a new window just popped out. Starter templates with the plugin we have just downloaded is inside here. So I'm gonna go and click on it. Now they are just telling us we can go skip this, and this is page builder. They are basically asking us what is the drag and drop editor we want to go and use. Now in this tutorial we're going to be using something called Elementor. This is by far the most used, and I would highly suggest you to go with it as well. It will give you the most amount of flexibility and you cannot go wrong with it. The other two, they are good, you can go try them, it will not affect your website that much, but Elementor is just, I think, currently way better options. Now, what is actually the starter template? Well, you see, this is how our website looks now. Originally, we should go and create everything from scratch, so start putting images and stuff like that, but it's actually kind of hard to do it from something completely blank like this. So we are actually going to go and download website, so it's going to have all of those features inside here, and we can just start swapping images, adding stuff and deleting some stuff, so we can create the website much faster and easier in that way. So here you can go and choose from some setting, for example, local business, businesses, personal care, referral, blogs, e-commerce and stuff like that. But remember, if you see premium, you're gonna have to pay extra for it, but we don't actually need it. They have pretty good free stuff as well. So I'm gonna go inside here and click on, for example, outdoor adventures, and you can go and click around with it. You can interact like with every other website. So you can see if you actually like it. Oh, do I like this contact us page? Yeah, it has a lot of stuff. A homepage, I like this picture in here. We have some columns inside here. We have some cool looking graphic inside here and stuff like that. So let's say we like this. We want to have this website and just change a few stuff. So I'm going to go and hit skip and continue. Here you can, for example, change color. I don't like this pink. Let's go and put it, for example, on yellow. This looks much better. You can go change fonts. We don't need to do it right now. I actually like this font. So I'm going to go and hit continue. Now here, you do not need to go and put up your information at all. The only thing I like to do is uncheck this share non-sensitive data and hit submit and build website. Now this process can take anywhere between 10 to 40 seconds. And what is basically happening right now is that this start template, it's downloading all of the images, text, the videos, buttons and stuff like that, and putting it in place of our website inside here automatically for us. So it's gonna look way better. We can see it's currently finishing. And it took us only 17 seconds, so you don't need to wait a lot. And now when I'm gonna go view your website, you can see this is what our website looks like. It's that amazing. Let's take a look at it. So this is what it used to look, okay? I'm gonna go refresh it with one button, no touching, and here it is, our beautiful looking website. Now this looks way more professional within just a few clicks, right? So we can go and even interact with it. So we can go and we can see contact us page is the same as we've seen there, which is pretty cool. Now let's go actually back to our dashboard. Whenever you are inside your website and you want to go back, simply go hover over this manual hotel or whatever you write there and hit dashboard inside here, and it will take you back to this panel we already know. So the important part what actually happened behind the scenes is that this template, while downloading all the images and stuff like that, also downloaded few new plugins. And they were Elementor, which is our drag and drop editor. We're gonna use it just right after this. So I'm gonna go and enable auto updates and also in here, and WP form slides, which is basically when you see this contact us page, this is WP form slide. These boxes you can go and send message to. It's better for visitors. They don't need to go here, copy your email address and stuff like that. They can simply go put up their information, send you message, and throughout WP forms, you will actually go and receive it on your email you have connected to your SiteGround account. So it's really that simple. But now let's actually go and customize finally our website. So let's put up some images and stuff like that. When you want to go to drag and drop editor, simply come inside here. On the page you want to go and control, so those are your pages separate, okay? So this thing inside here, those pages are those. So this is contact us page, okay? Everything in this is contact us page, and this is, for example, our home page. So let's edit it, okay? So I want to go edit it with drag and drop editor. I go to inside administration bar and click on edit with Elementor. Now it will load our editor, and voila, we can go and start editing inside here. Now it's really not that hard at all. I've actually prepared a mockup website on my second monitor so I can go and switch, for example, text much faster. So this is how simple it actually is. You don't need to code anything or stuff like that. You can simply go inside here and interact with it. So you can see I'm adding, for example, some text inside here. Let's say we're going to go and replace this with this. Discover the wonders of surfing. And let's say we like this layout, that we have some text, some divider inside here. You can see whenever I click on something, it will actually show you what it is. So edit, and you can see the divider inside here. So this is also how you can go and check something. So this, edit button, edit heading. So you can always go and find out what you are actually using inside here. Now I'm going to go and replace this text with this. Now everything inside WordPress is spread into those three columns. Firstly, for example, we have our content. This is basically the most basic stuff you're going to be using. So for example, alignment and stuff like that. If it's heading 1, heading 2 and stuff like that. In style, we are doing more of a graphic stuff. So for example, we can go and make different color. We can go make it purple. We can go do a lot of different stuff. In typography, you are changing fonts. So for example, size, you can make it really small or really large as well. But if you're gonna go, for example, here, I actually click on many stuff and I'm like confused. I want to go back and something like that. I haven't exchanged some fonts for something different. You can see this exactly. I can simply go inside to this, back to default. And you can see by one click, it's gonna take me back. So if you make some mistake, absolutely don't worry, you can go and take it back really easily. Here you can, for example, add some stroke to it, but I don't like this at all. So I'm gonna go put it on 0. Here you can go put up some text shadow, for example. We don't need to worry about it right now, this looks really good. And here you have some blend mode, but we also don't need to worry about it right now. So once again, in content, you are dealing with all the stuff, for example, alignment, what is actually written and stuff like that. In style, you are more graphic type of things, for example, your font, your height of the letters, and your colors and stuff like that. And here also have advanced. Now there are many things you can go and do, but there are only few very important. For example, layout is very important because you can see, you can actually control how they are placed on your website. So you can go and move them whenever you want by doing this. So for example, let me put some more. Stuff like that. You can go put, for example, bottom 250 to make it larger and stuff like that. But we're gonna go link values, put it on 0. So you can go and move stuff around it with those layouts. Also, very important part is we're gonna be using is responsiveness. So for example, we're gonna need to also update our website for mobile usage because it's very popular. You can actually see this website currently from desktop view. If you want to go and see it from mobile phone view or smartphone view, simply go inside this lower bar and hit responsive mode, and it will pop up those options inside here. So we're gonna go and click on this mobile phone, and you can see it squished it together so we can go and interact with it easily. Now let's see, this doesn't look that good. In the mobile version, in the desktop version, we can see it's only one line. In the mobile version, it's much different. But the good part about Elementor is that you can see when we're gonna go back to style, and I'm gonna, for example, hit the typography, you're gonna see those little icons inside there. Those are mobile icons. So you are basically setting up something separate for your mobile phone. So you can separate sizes in here. Now we can go, for example, Surfer's Paradise, put it like this. Okay, we have some big lines because of this. Okay, line height, we're gonna separate this. Word spacing should be definitely closer. And we're gonna go from default and manage the size a little bit. So make this bigger. And we're gonna go inside here and make this actually smaller. You can see this is taking up 2 lines, which I don't like. I wanna go make it smaller, but only on mobile phone. So you can see the desktop side is not affected at all. Why is it like this? It needs to be like that. Stay like this. I'm gonna go and hit update. Now you can see, now when I move it, it actually stays really good how I want it. And here, when it comes to responsiveness, what I wanted to show you inside here, is that you can actually hide some stuff on a mobile phone. So let's say we don't want to have this divider. So I can go and click hide on phone, and people on phone, they will not actually be able to see it. And we can, for example, we don't like this first line to be seen on mobile phone. We want to have only Surface Paradise and learn more. So we can simply come inside here, go under responsiveness and hide it. So people are not actually going to be able to see it. Now on tablet, they are going to be able to see it, and also on desktop. But on mobile phone, they will not be able to see it. You can see it that if it's lowered opacity, people cannot actually see it. So this is really good. I'm going to go and hit update. And now we can go and continue with editing. So we can go leave this responsiveness mode. And here we have buttons. So here inside text, once again, this is content type, style type, and advanced. Okay. So inside here we can change, for example, text, but I learn more. We can keep it in there. Here you can actually go and put up link. So for example, you can go and link up to your another page. So for example, contact us page, or if you have some YouTube video, you can put it inside here, like watch this video and stuff like that. Here you have some different stuff. For example, you can add some icons from library. So you can have, for example, angry man alongside it. You can even go and put it like after and stuff like that, but we don't actually need to worry about it. Those are just gimmicks. Here you can go and change color. So we have two types of color when it comes to stuff like buttons. We have normal color and hover color. You can see I'm gonna go and turn off my yellow thingy around my cursor so you can actually see it. And when I hover over it, you can see that it slightly changes color. So it's the responsiveness between a visitor and your website. So they know that it's actually active and it's changing slightly color. So you can go and adjust, for example, hover color to something crazy. I'm gonna go put it on red so you can actually see it. When I hover over it, it changes color. But you want to go and leave it slight adjustments only. So this is lighter, and when I hover over it, it's darker. Here you can also gonna change text color inside. So for example, let's say you want to go and make it white, but we can keep it like this. Here you have border radius. So for example, if you put it on 0, it's actually gonna be square. And if you're gonna go start increasing it, you can see it's rounding up the corners. Now also very important part is you can see that when I go inside here and move with 1, for example, on the left, it's actually changing every single thing. But let's say you want to go and only put border radius on left side. Well, you can actually go and unlink those values, and this will allow you to only put it on one side. You can see this looks also very, very cool. So definitely keep this in mind. This is the same way with margin. You can go link and unlink those values as well inside here. And also very important stuff is like, let's say we don't see the color wheel to go back to something. So for example, when I change color to something I don't like, I can always go and click on this arrow and it will take me back, okay? Well, here we don't have anything like this, but what we can do is actually go inside history. Wait, I'm gonna go and put up my yellow circle around my cursor. So we can go to history, and here we can actually go and see different stuff in history we have made, the adjustment we have made. So for example, here we can see all things we have been playing with buttons. So here I was showing you how to curve only the left part. Here I was going with border radius, put it on square and stuff like that. And we can actually go inside and put up heading mobile. And here is what it actually started looking like. Or we can go to complete beginning and simply continue from here. So we can see that you can always go and make some revisions if you need to, okay? Now, when you want to go and add some stuff, you simply need to go and click on those squares inside here. And you can, for example, drag and drop image inside here. Okay, I'm gonna go from media library. Those are all the images, starter templates, the plugin actually downloaded. So for example, let's put up, I don't know, this kayak. This looks pretty cool. You can see you can put image also like this. You can go align it. Once again, style, you're gonna go do graphic stuff. So for example, adjust width, adjust maximum width, adjust height, so you can make it really weird. And if you don't like it, actually, you can go right click inside this pencil, right click and hit delete, and we'll get rid of it. Now let's also change the background of this image, of this site, because we can see we are doing a surfing website, okay? And those are some kind of mountains with snow. It doesn't add up. Okay, so we want to go to edit section because we can see this image is taking up the whole section. So when I even hover over it, you can see this blue rectangle, the blue box around the all of the section. You can see it inside here. The Elementor is basically split inside those things. So you can see here is another one, here is another box, here is another box, and here is another box. This whole is the one box. Okay, so we want to go and change image for the entire box. So we don't want to go and find image inside here or nothing like that. We want to go, click on those dots inside here or edit section. And here, what is image? Is it graphic? Yes, it is. So where we need to go and find it? Well, yes, in style. So we can actually see it right in here. We have image. So I'm going to go and choose image. Now I have already actually went and pre-prepared some images for this special video. So I'm gonna go and put it up on my second monitor and voila, I have some photos. Now whenever you want to go and need some photos for your specific website, there are a few royalty-free options you want to use. You don't want to use some copyright images because you can get into a lot of trouble. So let's take a look at a few places you can go and get your images. Now okay, so here are the windows. Firstly, we have Pixabay. You can see over 2.6 million high quality stock images. So when I'm gonna go and search for something like surf, you can see there are many options. Now those are advertising, those on top, this one line inside here, but all of those are free images you can go and use without the worry of being sued or something like that. Now this is one of those sites. Another good one is Unsplash. This is also really good. I'm gonna go and search surf, put up surf inside here. And you can see also additional great stuff. You have some filters, some suggestions inside here. You can see even a collection of stuff, which is also really good. But my personal favorite is definitely pexels.com. So once again, I'm gonna go search for surf. And you can see you have so many options. What I like to do is, for example, go to filters, and you can even go choose sizes or even orientation. So because we can see that this image is horizontal, not vertical, we actually need something similar to this. So we don't need to go look for vertical images like this one. We only want to have horizontal images inside here, and we can choose from them. Now here is the deal. Here's the image we are actually going to be using. But many people make this mistake, and I don't want you to make this mistake. You can see they will just go and download it. Okay, this sounds really intuitive, but you want to go and click this and see the size of an image, okay? Now you have original, which is a huge image, It will take a lot of space. And you have also smaller sizes. Now you always, for your website, you don't want to have huge images, meaning like over 1 megabyte or even 500 kilobytes. It's too much, okay? Your site will be super slow if you have these big images. And many people will just go inside here, download original, don't even think about it, put it inside your WordPress website, and they will complain that, hey, my website is slow. That has to be because of, for example, web hosting. Well, it's not. It's basically because you are using too big of images. So I would suggest on Pexels, I'm actually going always for medium. So I'm gonna go download it and put it inside here. Now, once again, this is a good photo, okay? I will bring it inside here, and this is the image we have just downloaded. And if I'm gonna go and hit properties, you can see it has 255 kilobytes. And if I would go inside here and download original, and this one is the original version, and if you can see, if I'm gonna hit property, it has 3.78 megabytes. It's so much for a website. You can see the difference is so huge. It has 3.9 million bytes when this has only 264,000 bytes. You definitely want to go with medium at least. And I have also one more hack for you to make it even faster. You want to go to a site like tinyjpeg.com. Okay, once again, I'm gonna go and bring up this image in here. This is the medium size. I'm gonna go and drop it inside here, and they will actually compress this image by 46%, okay? So we have started with 264 megabytes, which is way less than 3 megabytes, but this will actually compress it even further and make it only 141 kilobytes, which is even less. That's a 46% of space you are actually saving, and this is gonna make your website much faster. So inside here you simply need to go and hit on download it, and you're gonna have your image inside here. So once again, when I'm gonna click on it, hit properties, you can see 138 kilobytes, which is even less. That's basically nearly half of this size. So we can go and put it inside our WordPress, okay? I'm gonna go click this. So where we have been, okay, we wanna go and change image inside here. So we're gonna go to upload, select image, go to website, photos, and this is the image we have just created, the lowest one. So I'm gonna go update it, you can see 138 megabytes. The one we have previously on this by starter templates was actually, which one was it? It's this one. So you can see this previous image compressed by this site was 149 kilobytes, and ours is even lower, which is completely awesome. So I'm gonna go and hit insert media, and we can see now this starts to look really good. You can see happy people inside here carrying surfboards, which is way better than having some guy on mountains when it's a surfer's website, right? So we can see a few different stuff. Once again, you want to have inside here styles, and we're gonna fix some stuff. For example, you can see the image is fixed, and when I scroll down, it actually is not moving. Or we can actually go to attachment and, for example, put it on scroll, and you can see now when I scroll, it's not moving inside. So when I'm gonna go get it fixed, you can see it's moving. So this is also something you want to go and keep in mind. We can, for example, go and change the image to something different. So let me go to home page, and let's put, for example, those people on surfs. Okay, you can see another people on surfs, but here's the problem with this picture. When I move this up, I don't like that they have cut up their legs. I want to fix that, okay? You can go and play around with this, center alignment and stuff like that, but what I like to do, simply go into custom, and here you have your X position and Y position. So with Y position you are moving it up and down, so you can see it inside here, and with X position left and right, obviously. So here I want to go and make sure their legs are actually in focus so that it's whole person, not cutting out anything. So let's move it a little like this. Okay, this looks really good, and when I scroll, it actually stayed there. Okay, this is perfect. So we can keep it like this. Here you can also see that it's kind of a dimmed image, it's kind of a black overlay over it. Well, that really simple. We're gonna go to background overlay, and it's basically inside here. So we can, for example, go and change the color to have different color, or we can even go and adjust the opacity, so how strong it is. So when I'm gonna go, wait, actually I want to go to black one, black overlay like this. So we can see this is our image. It's too bright, we cannot read our text, it doesn't look that good, right? Or we can go and start moving this opacity slowly and surely, or even we can go to 100, which is going to be completely solid color inside here, and we won't be able to see our image. But we want to go and get it, let's say around, I don't know, 60. I think this looks really good. Okay, so this is how you can go and manage stuff. Okay, so let's fastly move on. Okay, here we have another section. We can see this is kind of small section, it's only this quote inside here. So I'm gonna go into my pre-made website, copy my quote inside here and put it simply inside there. You can see once again, okay, we actually see what this is. We can see this is testimonial. So whenever you want to go and create one more or use it somewhere different, you simply go inside here, and here in search widget, just post the same thing. So testimonial inside here. And when you put it in there, you're simply gonna go see they have image, we don't. So we're gonna go hit on this remove button, and we have basically the same thing. We're gonna go get rid of title, and once again we have same thing, just gonna go dash, and you're just gonna go and adjust the font and the size. That's it, really. It's not that hard. So I'm gonna go delete this, post our quote inside here. I'm gonna post the person who is saying it, and we can actually leave those quotation marks as well. I'm gonna go hit update. And you can see this was really fast section. Now let's go and take a look at upcoming events. I actually want to go and change this to what level surfer are you? And I want to have 3 levels: beginner, intermediate, and expert, okay? But here's the problem. What is the problem? Well, I have only 2 columns inside here, okay? So many people gonna be searching from this. Well, how do I add a different column inside here? You don't need to search for it, okay? It's pretty easy. You can simply go inside here and you can see when I hover over it, this in the top left corner, you have edit column. So I'm gonna right click on it. And here you can, for example, see add new column. This will add you completely new blank column. But I want to go and have picture, some text and button as well on this column. So I don't want to go and drag it once again from here, drag picture, drag some, I don't know, text editor and stuff like that. I don't want to go and do that at all. Okay, so we can simply come inside here, hit with right click and hit duplicate. And it will create actually the same. Well, let me get rid of this. And we can see now we can only simply change the text and all of the fonts and stuff like that will stay similar. So let me actually go through it fastly. So let's go to images, select images. And here the good part about WordPress is you don't need to go and do it one by one, like select this image, upload, select this image, upload. You can simply go, select everything and hit it one time and it will upload automatically everything. So this will save you a lot of time. So I already know this is gonna be our beginner. I'm gonna go insert it inside here. So also change this because it's text, obviously wanna be in content. I'm just copying it from my second monitor so we don't need to waste time on this. Obviously writing, you're just gonna write some stuff. This is gonna be our intermediate person. And we're gonna go and add also picture of this. This is intermediate person. We can see it has kind of good size, under 200, which is good. And also let's change our expert to this. Okay, this looks kind of good, I would say only. Why is this so small, you may be asking yourself. You can see this picture is so wide and they are ending like here, they are squished together, okay? Let's fix that. It's very, very easy. You can see once again, we want to go and do something with the whole box inside here, the blue box. So I'm gonna go and hit on edit section. And inside here, you can see a layout of the entire section. Now currently we have a few options. We're gonna have full width, which is basically this, that it's gonna be using a whole site. Or we have something called boxed, which is gonna squish it together. And here you can actually go and apply specific width. So for example, if you wanna have it super close together, you're gonna get it slow. Or if you wanna have it larger, you wanna go and increase this. For example, let's put it like this. Let's put it actually on full width. But once again, we wanna also go and adjust this one. You can see they at some point they started spreading. So we're gonna go inside this, once again hit on this section, which is, as you can see, this blue line, this blue rectangle is inside this big blue rectangle, so it's under it, okay? So once again, I'm gonna go hit edit inner section, and here we have once again box. And now when I start to move it, you can see we have way more options and we can actually make it look really, really good. I actually like this a lot. I think this is really cool. Now we have also some cool divider inside here. I want to make it a little bit larger. For example, let's put it on 17. And yeah, let's update it. And let's preview our changes. And you can see it's actually working pretty well. What do you think? We have our image inside here, we have our text, we know how to connect buttons, we know how to create testimonials or some quotes. We have created this awesome looking stuff inside here. We're gonna go and get the buttons working just in a few moments, don't worry about it. And now let's quickly go over those additional stuff. So this is very similar to this. So once again, I'm simply gonna go inside here, inside styles. Once again, we are just changing image. I'm gonna go use this building. This looks really, really cool building. You want to go and, for example, adjust when it starts, when it ends. So for example, you want to have it like this. Oh, you actually don't want to have it like this. You want to have it like this. So you can go move it like differently. I'm gonna go put it on 0. Here we're gonna go and add some text. we would like. And we're gonna connect buttons later. So this was really fast. It's basically the same thing like we have been doing here. Now let's take a look at these sections. Because our resort is more than just a surfing destination, we have to let people know it. So I'm gonna go paste stuff inside here, or we can simply go or even delete this and put up, for example, our own. So we know that this was text editor, and we can go and put our own text inside here. And here, very easily, we can go once again and exchange those photos. So I'm gonna go, it's a media library, photos, homepage, up, those 3 images. First gonna be this child on this raft, insert it, then we have guy working with equipment, so we're gonna put it, we have windsurfing guy, which is this one, and we also have, we obviously cannot have snow people in there, people on snow, so we're gonna put rafters inside there, so that we're showing our visitors that we are more than just a surfing destination. They have a lot of water activities they can be doing there, and this looks pretty cool. And I think we can move on pretty easily. It's just changing photos. But now let's actually say that, okay, we know now how you can go and recreate something that already exists, but can I actually make something of my own? Well, you actually can pretty easily. You see, you're gonna go inside there, and here click on this plus sign. Now we have a few options. I'm actually gonna go and show you how we can go and create a map. So we can see full sections. So for example, this, you can see there are 2 sections. This is one big section. So in this case, I'm gonna go for one big section. And once again, you can see it's kind of squished together. So I'm gonna go click on the whole section and move the box. You can slightly see inside here how this plus box is moving as well. So you can see this is big and small. So we're gonna put it something like this. And inside here, if you actually don't see those menus inside here, you simply need to go and click on those 9 squares or whatever it is. And here you're gonna see all the stuff you can go and drag there. You can even have more inside here, but some of them are locked and you would have to go and purchase premium, but you don't actually need to do it. I don't actually do it on my own site as well. So now we're gonna go and put up inner section inside here. This is gonna basically split it on 2 sides, like we have it in here and also 3 times in here. So when I click on it, once again, we can see that it is what? It is inner section, because I clicked on it and I read it up. So here we're gonna go and put up map. We can already see it in here, but if you wanna go, you can also go and search it and paste it inside here pretty easily. Now also we're gonna need few things, because I like this, so I can go and, for example, duplicate it, so that I don't need to drag everything by myself. I can simply go, grab it and put it like this. Text editor, we can even go and put our own and put it inside there. And let's put up some stuff in there. Where can people find us? That's very important when you are, for example, a hotel owner. And here you can go and even move this section inside this, so make it smaller or bigger. And if you want to make it precisely, you can simply go, click on this. It will open a new layout window. For example, let's say you want to have 2/3 and 1/3. So we're going to go and put 66.66%, which is basically 2/3. And you can see it's split equally inside here. Now I'm going to go and put up location. So let's work with this map for a second here. You want to go and put up your location. So this is our location in Portugal. As you can see, it is Portugal. And we are in this beautiful city, which is actually really known for their surfing destination. So it's really that hard. Here you can go and adjust level of the zoom. So for example, if it's basically people to know that it's near Lisbon, which is in Portugal, obviously, the capital city of Portugal, or you can go and zoom in a lot more. So for example, people living very near, gonna have more knowledge where it is. So I'm gonna leave that up to you. I will just leave it at, let's say, 10, Oh, no, 110. And people can actually go and zoom in like this or unzoom. Here you can also adjust height. So for example, we can see this is small, but we can actually go and drag it to make it much bigger. Let's put it on, what, 400? Yeah, I think this looks really good. And we can see we have created it pretty easily as well. So we don't need that many stuff pre-made. But there's one problem I want you to see with this, okay? When I'm gonna go and preview changes, you can actually see when I scroll down, this is, I personally think this is too close together. So let's actually fix this. Whenever you have something too close together, you're gonna go to one of the bigger box, the biggest box possible, okay? And here in advanced, we're gonna go and start moving stuff around. So I'm gonna go unlink values because I wanna have it only from bottom. So this space, I wanna have it bigger. So I'm gonna go and on bottom start increasing it. And when I'm gonna go and hit update, and I'm gonna go scroll down, you can see that it actually added that margin inside there and created a lot more space. So for example, if we want to go and bring this closer together, we simply can go inside here, go to advanced, and we can see that they have pre-made some stuff. Now the difference between margin and padding is that padding is controlling everything inside of it, inside of the box, and margin is controlling the box itself. So padding, everything moving inside the box itself doesn't move at all, and the margin, the box itself is moving and everything inside stays like it is. So we can go and, for example, bring it closer. You can see how it's moving right now. Bring it closer, and we can even do it like this, so they are really close. If I would go and update this, you're gonna see it's automatically reloads, and I'm gonna scroll down. You can see how close this is. This is really ugly. You always want to go and leave some space. So I'm gonna go put it on 120, update, and this looks great. Now we can see within few minutes we have been basically able to recreate completely homepage. We have our own stuff. We know how to create stuff, we have added some new stuff, we have changed a lot of stuff, we have created our own stuff, so we have made a lot of good decisions. If you actually don't like something, for example, let's say you don't like this testimonial, get rid of it, click on that X, you can actually go and get rid of everything you like, and if you make mistake, simply go inside here and go back in time. It's really that simple, so don't worry, go try it. If you go and make some mistakes, simply go, click inside here on the history and basically redo that step. It's really that simple. But now let's focus and move on. So what do we want to go and move on now? Okay, so I'm gonna go inside here. So now let's take a look and let's create our blog post. I have actually created inside here. Now let me go to posts and all posts so you can actually see it, and here let's click on add new. This will go and take us to WordPress editor, and there are basically few things how people think about it. I'm gonna go, and this is gonna be my title, 9 most affordable surfing destination around the world, and yes, Portugal is one of them. And here you can actually see that I personally found out that writing my blog post is way better, or any post, it doesn't need to be blog post, it's way better to do it in stuff like Microsoft Word or Google Docs. Google Docs is actually my favorite. You can actually go and put it inside here. This is way better to work with. You already know this layout. You can go, for example, move margin inside here, change font, and do a lot of stuff like this. And you can simply go, for example, grab a link inside there of YouTube, of a specific video, and you can embed it inside your content. Here you have, once again, images. All of them should go through stuff like this, like tiny JPEG, to make it smaller so that you have a faster website. And simply, when you're writing in stuff like Google Docs, you can just go, copy all of this, okay, come inside this editor, and because WordPress is so advanced, you can simply go hit with one hand, Ctrl V, and everything is posted in there. Everything is posted in there. WordPress already knows what is heading. They are basically getting the information from here. So we can see this is heading 3. And when I click on this, it's also heading 3. And you can see that even videos inside here, for example, Puerto Rico number 4, it was actually only linked inside there. And WordPress, they are very intelligent, so they basically went, oh yeah, he wants this specific video, so they embedded it for us. And you can see it doesn't work only for YouTube, it's also for Vimeo as well. So you can see it's really that simple. Now, if you want to go and get something special, you can also do it one by one. So for example, you can go, add paragraph, and start writing inside here. Then hit enter to have new paragraph and start writing. Then let's say you want to go and embed some video, you're gonna go and have to put the link inside here. But I found it to be really the worst way, and it's much faster for me to write it like this. And whenever, for any reason, anything would happen, you would, for example, lose parts of your website, God forbid, okay? You still have it basically as a backup inside your Google Docs, and you can always come back to it. So I would highly suggest you do it in this way. But you can actually go inside here one by one. Once again, like with Elementor, you can see all the blocks you can be adding inside here. So for example, you want to have some columns, you can go add columns. There's no problem with it. You can have 3 columns if you like. You can have 3 columns inside here. Or what is some different stuff you can do with this? Okay, let's take a look. Okay, what is some different stuff you can do? You can do, for example, video. We have already embedded it, so we don't need it. You can go put up calendar inside here for some reason. I don't know why would you want to do it, but you can. You can also go and put up, for example, some quotes if you like. This may be very useful sometimes. You cannot actually do it inside here pretty well. Here you can go and get, for example, table. If you need some table, you can definitely go 2 by 2, hit create table, and here you can go and write some data inside here. So really creating blog posts isn't that hard. It's basically definitely not hard, and you can do it pretty easily inside here. So let me actually clean this up. If you need to remove, simply go, click on it, go into those 3 dots. You can go click remove calendar or hit Shift Alt plus Z. Remove. Oh my god, there are too many stuff we have to remove. You can see it's way better to go and do it like this. So now you're gonna go and have to see a few different stuff. So here you can go and set it up when you wanna go and, for example, publish it. If you have it on some specific day, you can go and put it inside here. If you make it public, private, or password protected, so only few people with password can actually go and see it. Here you have template, we don't need to worry about it, but for example, if you wanna go and make more top 9 destinations, you can go save this as a template and simply recreate it. But because we are using Google Docs, we don't actually need to worry about it. We're gonna be writing majority of stuff over there anyway. And here we have permalinks, so we have actually changed this. So you can see that this is gonna be, when we publish it, it's gonna look way better. Categories, we can create new category inside here. So for example, surfing spots, or surfing locations, hit add new and save it. This is really good practice, especially for bloggers, because if you have a few blog posts, you can manage it easily, but if you have hundreds and hundreds of blog posts, it gets harder and harder. And for example, let's say you want to go and create a recipe blog, and you want to have on one page only soup recipes. Well, if you have good category management from beginning, and you're gonna have every soup under soup category, you can simply go display post by category, hit soup, and it will automatically display you all the soups. So I would highly suggest you to get used to categories from the day one, so that you will be not losing a lot of time. Text, we don't need to worry about it. Feature image, we can definitely go and put something in there. So for example, we're gonna go, once again, this beautiful building. I really like it. Excerpt, this is basically what will be shown on Google. I'm gonna show you how you can actually go and rewrite it in a way better way. And we have some discussion, so you can disallow, for example, comments. Now you can even preview this site in here. So I'm gonna go preview a new tab. And you're gonna be able to see it like a blog post. This is your feature image, and this is your blog post. Now you can see when we wanna go and edit this blog post, you are not able to do it with Elementor. There's actually a different way. We want to go and do it with customize option. So once again, in this administration bar, go click on customize, and it will allow you to go change fonts, colors, spacing, and stuff like that. So we're gonna go to global, and we're gonna go to, for example, let's go to typography. Here you can change the font, and the good part about customization is that it will change everything on your website. So if you have hundreds and hundreds of blog posts, you don't need to go and change it one by one on one single blog post and then another, stuff like that. You can do it globally inside here. So for example, every H2 font will look completely different. So you can, for example, go inside here and you can see put it on 77. And if you would have any, so we're gonna go to H3 fonts, which those ones should be. You can see all H3 fonts have been automatically increased. But I'm gonna actually go leave it as it was. You can also change font, for example, inside here, we don't need to worry about it. Here you can change, for example, colors, but I actually like this yellow. So you can see different colors. Here, if you don't like this background color, you can see that it's kind of like a very light green or grayish. And so we can go to site background and move it. You know, you can go change it like this, or even go to completely white, so it's actually connected nicely together. Okay, so now we can continue. Here you're gonna simply change colors. We don't need to worry about it right now. Here we have our container, so the width we can adjust inside here, make it smaller, make it wider. I actually like it to be 1200. This looks really good. And we have some things like buttons and blog editor. We don't need to worry about those just now. Here we also can go and do some different stuff. A very important one is actually blog. We're gonna go to single post and scroll down. Here we can, for example, see we are seeing our feature image. Let's say I don't want to go and see it inside here, so I'm gonna go click on this eye. It will automatically take it away, which is awesome. We can also do the same stuff with this meta description, which is like inside here. So for example, we're gonna go turn all of this down, and we're gonna have only our title inside here, which I think personally looks way better. So I'm gonna go, and I'm actually quite satisfied with all the changes. Also, very important stuff, what can happen to you is actually, let me go back inside here, global, typography, you wanna go scroll down, and this paragraph margin bottom is very, very important for many people, because sometimes, for some reason, WordPress makes it that it from get-go goes like this, and you can see the paragraph themselves, they don't have that much spacing in between them. So simply you need to go to customizing, typography, and find it inside here, and you can go and adjust it like this to your liking. So I usually have it around 2, something around 2.4 and stuff like that, and I think this looks the best. But if you have this problem, definitely go check it up inside here. Now, while we are at it, we can go and publish it to save our changes. And this is basically our successful blog post. So if you feel like you are ready to publish it, you can simply go to publish. Here you can go make it visible by public or stuff like that. You can go plan it for a specific time or put it immediately. Or you can go and get some text, but you actually don't need to worry about it right now. I'm gonna go hit publish. And well, this is our post address, so I'm gonna go copy it, and I'm actually gonna go and show you how the buttons work by using this specific image. So let's actually go and check up it in here. So once again, I'm gonna reload it to make sure that everything is up to date as it is. You can see when I click now on this button, nothing is happening. Actually, when I'm gonna go and click on this button, it's actually gonna bring me up on the page. You can see it's doing nothing. So let's actually change it. Let's make it that the first button is gonna go and take us to our new blog post. So I'm gonna go click on this button, and here when you can see a link, you actually wanna go delete this hashtag and put up the link of your blog post, okay? And now I'm gonna go and hit update. And when I'm gonna go preview my changes and click on it, you can see it actually takes me to my blog post, and you can do this with basically everything. So for example, let's say we want to go back to our website, and let's say we want to go, if you are a beginner, you can go and take, and it will take you to contact us page. So I simply gonna go put URL of our contact us page, update this, and preview my changes, so it will actually take you there. So now when I'm gonna go hit it, it's actually taking me up there. So buttons are really that simple. Now here you can go obviously also change this site. So you can go once again into Elementor and you can for example go put up your email inside here. So you can go delete this, put up your email and stuff like that. You can go for example in here in YouTube and put up your YouTube link to your YouTube. You can even go and add something new. For example, many of you may be interested in, let's say, adding Pinterest. So simply you can add it in here. You can go and customize even colors. So for example, you can go and make it red, or even you can make it like this, but we're gonna go with custom. You can go put up link to your Pinterest, so when people click on it, it will actually take them there. And if you have something, for example, I'm gonna show you like TikTok, you can see it's not inside recommended icon. You simply need to go and click on all icons and it will actually show it in here. Now, if you want to go delete something like for example to Facebook, simply go click on it. And if you want to change the order, you can for example go grab Pinterest, put it in first place, and it will automatically update. So it's really not that hard. Now let's go back to this site. I'm gonna go preview it, we can quit this, and let's change the logo, the heading of our website, okay? Now we are not gonna be using Elementor for this, we are actually gonna go to customize, and in here we can go click on this, or simply go to header builder inside here and it will take us right here. Now we have many options. For example, here I'm gonna go click on this actual site title and logo and it will take me inside here. And I want to go and change my logo. So I'm going to go inside my website, logos. I'm going to upload both of them. Once again, I know I'm saying it a lot. Make sure that your images and stuff like that are not huge. For example, for logo, 2 kilobytes is way than enough, okay? So I'm going to go hit select, make sure that everything is selected. You don't see anything because this is transparent background and it's a white color, so you will not be able to see it on white background. But if I crop the image, you can see that it's actually inside here. And when I want to go and make it bigger, I simply go and hover this and you can see it's very big. But I want to go and make it like this. I think this looks really good with the font and it works really well with the gray background. Now let's say we want to go and take this button off. Simply you can remove it. If you're feeling I want to go and get that button, simply go click inside here. You can see this click sign, plus sign. You can add for example search. You can go and add for example social icons inside here, so you're gonna have your social icons. You can go design them, for example you can go color different stuff, so you can go make them same color, for example. It's also really good for some people, so we can go with the search, for example. Here, simply go, once again, as I showed you on contact us page, just place the URL. You can go switch them together. So for example, add social icon. We're gonna go to Pinterest, search this one and search for Pinterest, and we can see we have many options. I'm gonna go for which one? I'm gonna go probably for this one. And let's say we want to go and move it to the first place. We also want to go and add, for example, our YouTube, and we're gonna go click this off and YouTube video like this. And let's get rid of some stuff because there are too many. For example, Facebook. Okay, so Instagram, YouTube and stuff like that, we can leave it like here. We can actually go and get rid of this button, we don't need it inside here. And I think this looks genuinely pretty good. Now obviously with menu you can go and configure it inside here. You can choose different menu, but what I like to do is come inside here, and because menu is in appearance, I'm gonna go hover over appearance, and here I can find menus. Menus is basically the pages, so those are your pages, basically those parts are put in some specific order. So you can see it inside here. We have a home, about, services, and it's in the same order we have set it up in here. But for example, let's move home on the last place and connect on the first place. Well, we can simply go inside here, contact, and when I hit save menu, I have to publish these changes, okay? And when I'm gonna go once again preview my site, you can see home is last and contact is first. So we can go and play around. You can also go and create sub items. So I'm gonna go and put 3 things under contact. So now we will not have 5 things inside here, but only 2 things, okay? So I'm gonna go reload this site, and you can see we have only contact and home. Read it, contact, home, and when I hover over it, you see all of those sub items. And you can even go and create your own menu. Now you don't see it inside here, it's actually hidden for some reason, but it's here. You can go and create new menu. So I'm gonna go and create a footer menu for you, okay? So footer, I'm gonna call it actually my footer menu. And it's gonna be footer menu inside here, create menu, and let's add only few stuff. So I'm gonna go, if you don't see pages you have just created, you simply need to go from most recent to view all. And I'm gonna go and put a home, about, and contact. Click add to menu and hit save menu. And you can see now we don't have anything inside our footer, so let's also fix our footer while we edit. So we're simply gonna go and hit footer menu. And you can see this is our footer menu. Now if we wanna go and change this, I'm gonna go to my previous menu. You can go and exchange between them inside here. So I'm gonna go to my first menu. And you can actually see it inside here, and I'm gonna go and set it as a footer menu as well in here. You're gonna be seeing, well, actually let me go and not do subsections because we don't need it anymore. So let's update it. Also, let's save changes so we can see it actually happening, and reload this site. And you can see this is the old menu we have inside here. And if you simply need to go change it, you can go, for example, move it in between. So you're gonna go move it in between, and you can simply go, click on it, configure the menu in here, and you can also change it up from here. So go to footer menu, create my footer, and hit publish, and it will change it to your footer, which is really that simple. Now let's also do some cool stuff. For example, obviously this isn't our location, so I'm gonna go get rid of it. Let's say footer menu design, we wanna go text color, put it on white. So it's really that simple. And this is basically what we wanna do. We can go create more space. Also very important for some people, if you have multiple stuff inside here, you wanna go, you can obviously align it, but you can also make it as a stack inside here. And you can go aligning however you like it, but in this case we're gonna go for inline. So we're gonna hit publish. And this is really basics of creating your website. You can see I actually wanna go here, change item to this. Okay. We have to publish changes all the time. I'm gonna go also get this, outline this. And also very important part is whenever you see our website in here, you can see that we have this WordPress logo inside here. You can see Tiny JPEG, they have their panda, SiteGround, they have their own logo, but we have WordPress itself, which is not very professional because we already, as you can see inside here, I'm gonna go visit our site. We already have Manual Hotel, but we have still WordPress logo, which is just unprofessional, okay? So let's fix that. We actually wanna go inside here and go to site identity and hit site icon and select some small icon you have. You can see this is 1 kilobyte, so this is really tiny. So I'm gonna go hit select it, make sure nothing is being cropped. And here you can see what it will actually do. I'm gonna go hit crop image. And now we no longer have WordPress logo. So when I'm gonna go hit publish it, exit this time, and simply go copy my URL, go to incognito mode and hit it, you can see that it's actually load up and it looks very professional because we have our own logo inside here and we have also our beautiful favicon inside here, and you can actually see Manual Hotel in here, which is way more professional. So you can see this is really cool way how you can go and create website like this. Now if you want to go, you can obviously go, for example, create different stuff in here. Once again, just go, change images, change stuff inside here. There's nothing too hard about it anymore. Now let me show you also a few additional stuff you may want to go and consider, okay? Let me show you a very cool plugin called Use SEO. Now some people also prefer Rank Math. This is also a very good search engine optimization plugin. This will actually allow you to go and rank higher inside search engines, so you should definitely go with it, but I'm going to show it to you on Use SEO. We're going to go install and activate it. Okay, this will improve your ranking and you can actually manipulate what people will see. So here you can see it actually popped up inside here. So we're going to go to Yoast and let's go to first time configuration. So we're going to go set data optimization, continue, site, we are organization, manual hotel. Okay, I'm going to go select different logo. I'm going to go select this one, for example, save and continue. Social profile, so you can go put up your YouTube links, your Facebook links and stuff like that in here. Just put it in there and hit continue. Yes, we can go save and continue inside here. And we are actually finished. We don't need to click on any of those. Now, we want to go to Webmaster Tools. And we want to go and connect your website you have just created to Google. So they know that this website is connected. So simply go to Search Console and connect it inside here. And here you're gonna see Webmaster Center. Now we need to authenticate that we are rightful owner of this website. So we're gonna go to HTML tag, copy this, paste it inside this link and hit verify. And it should automatically do all of the stuff, so we don't need to program anything like that. Okay, once again, I forgot to save changes actually, because we need to save changes. My mistake, I'm sorry. And now when I click verify, you can see everything worked like magic. So we have another additional property, so we can go to our search console. So we actually want to go inside here and add our property. Now we're gonna go obviously add our site in here. So we're gonna go into URL prefix and hit continue. Now this will start adding. Okay, that's done. And we can currently see it inside here. Now we don't have any traffic yet, but you will be actually able to see it inside here. Now also very distinguished things we want to go and do is go to XML sitemaps. This will also help you improve your ranking. See the XML sitemaps, copy this thing behind it, and go inside here, go into sitemaps, and make sure you post this inside there, and hit submit. And go submit, and you should see status as success. If you see it, it's a very good, and if you don't, just refresh it in after 5 minutes and it should be right there. This will also improve your ranking, and you're basically telling Google, hey, rank this website as all, don't just few parts, everything we have on this website, which is also really good. So here we can make sure that everything is on, and here we have some stuff. But what Yoast SEO is also doing, let me go back to our post, okay? So we can go back to our post, edit it, and it actually added this interesting part on the bottom of our site. You can see we have this good mock-up of what it actually gonna look like. And here we have our SEO title. So now currently Yoast SEO is using our title, our page, which is Manual Hotels, separator and site title. And actually, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of all of this, okay? We actually want to go and create our own title. So I want to go put this inside here. You can Slack is basically what you're gonna see inside here. So I'm gonna go most affordable surfing destination. It's good. And the meta description is basically what you are going to be seeing inside here. So you want to go and get some interesting stuff in there. I'm gonna just copy some things, and you can also see it on desktop, how people gonna see it, and also on the mobile phone with picture and stuff like that, which is basically the feature image you have set it up in here, which is really powerful. You want to go, if you see this green line, this is basically saying that the length of your title and meta description is right length, so you definitely want to make sure that it is. And you have some focus key phrases, so basically they are like your tags. So if people are going to be surfing for affordable surfing destinations, we want to go and try to rank for that. So I'm gonna go put it inside thing. You can also go, if you are with SEMrush, you can go connect it in here, but we are not, so we don't need to worry about it. And you can see this is basically everything from the basic stuff we need to go and do. You can also go click on Yoast inside here and start adding different stuff. We can see the readability is good. We have some suggestions what we want to go. For example, internal linking, which is basically links in our website to our different blog posts, and Google really like those. But this is just a simple way you can go and make sure you are actually controlling what people gonna see on Google when they are Googling you and stuff like that. So definitely gonna go, hit update, and it will actually change it automatically for us, which is completely awesome. So this is really only the basic tutorial of it. There are also way more deeper tutorial how to use Yoast SEO, but you actually don't need it just now. You simply need to go create simple website like this that's gonna look really good. You already know how you can go move stuff around, bring up your own stuff, change everything. You know how to create a blog post, how to publish them, how to change appearance, how to add some new stuff, how you can go change logos, add favicons and stuff like that. How you can go change, for example, what people gonna view on Google and stuff like that. So this is a very basic tutorial of how you can go and create a beautiful SiteGround website without needing to spend tons and tons of money or even knowing so much about coding. You can actually do it pretty well, and you can see our result is pretty good looking, I would say. We definitely don't need to be embarrassed about this. Some people will be asking you thousands and thousands of dollars just for creating something like this, which is just, come on. You can do it by yourself very easily, and you're gonna be actually proud about it and learn valuable skills. But the most important part, you cannot only watch this video, you have to actually take action. So you can definitely go, scroll back to the beginning of the video, go check up and go from the time we were on that simple Google page and go check it up step by step, and you can end up with something looking like this. If you have any question about the process or you don't know how to do something, definitely write it into comments and I will try to answer it as fast as possible. And if you want to go and get discount from SiteGround, definitely go and click the link in the description or go to lukanos.com/SiteGround. Now this is everything from me. I hope you learned a lot of new stuff. Like this video, subscribe if you like it as well, and this is everything. Goodbye.